Hey there, it's Shari Kensley, your body positive community yoga teacher, and today's short sequence will be to calm the nervous system for those days where perhaps you're feeling a little tired or a little run down, or you just have far too many emotions flowing through the body. You just really want to come back and get centered. So we are going to start seated today. There's a couple of things you can do. Come down into that comfy seat, cross the legs. If this is difficult on the knees, you can also bring the soles of the feet together. Another nice thing to do is grab either a block or a blanket, bring that underneath you, elevate the hips, make it a little bit more comfortable to sit down. So come into that comfy seat, rocking side to side till you find those sit bones. Begin to stack the spine. Sitting up nice and tall, let's relax those shoulders down and go ahead and close those eyes. We'll just take a few minutes here to come to the room and to come to the body. We use our time on our mat to get connected to ourselves. We use our time on our mat to find just a little bit of peace in the world. So take this opportunity to focus completely on yourself, beginning to draw the attention away from everything that might be going on in your life. And know that this time is sacred and just for you. Let's relax those eyes behind the eyelids. Let's soften the forehead, soften the space between the eyebrows. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue. And start to bring our focus now to the sound of the breath. Noticing the inhale. As it enters the body, the breath slightly cooler on the top lip, exhaling the breath slightly warmer as we exhale out the nose. It is traditional to breathe through the nose, but if the nose is stuffy or it's more comfortable to breathe through the mouth, go ahead. It's making sure we stay nice and hydrated if we're breathing through the mouth here. Beautiful. Let's take another breath. Smooth inhale. Full and complete exhale. Press the belly button back into the spine. Release all the air. Empty the lungs. Gorgeous. On that next inhale, start to blink those eyes open. Gaze is soft and relaxed. Lovely. We'll just start at the top of the body and begin to work our way down. So starting with the neck, go ahead, drop one ear over to one shoulder, and then release the chin down to the chest, nice and slow. And then take the other ear over to the other shoulder, and back again, chin to chest, ear to shoulder. Half neck rolls, following the breath, inhaling one direction, exhaling to go the other way. Few more rounds. And if you find a particularly tight area, you can just pause there, stretch out that spot, take an extra breath. It's your time. You want this to feel good. Lovely. Let's take one more full round of breath here. And on that next inhale, begin to stack the head right back on the neck. Lovely. Hands come to those knees. On your inhale, you're going to pull your heart forward. Lift the heart. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, looking up. Exhale, pull your belly button into the spine, round up the back. Beautiful. Until that chin falls heavy to the chest, pull the belly button into the spine. Inhale, heart lifts, gazing up. Arch that low back, shoulder blades squeeze, exhaling to round. 2 more. Follow the pace of your breath. 1 more round. Inhaling to stack the vertebra, coming to sit up nice and tall. Next inhale, arms are going to reach up and overhead. Exhale, release one hand down to the earth and take a soft side bend. Both sit bones are glued to the mat here. Your gaze can be down, it can be neutral. You might even roll that shoulder back and take the gaze up to the sky, your choice, whatever feels best. A few breaths here. One more full round of breath. On that next inhale, come all the way up with both hands. And exhale, release it, take it over to the other side. Heavy through both of those sit bones and finding a position for the neck that feels good for you. Really focusing on opening up that side body. And with that inhale, as the rib cage expands, feel those tiny muscles between those ribs, those intercostal muscles gently open and separate. Lovely. On that next inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward. We're going to release the fingertips wherever they fall. On that next inhale, slide the shoulders down the back, lift the heart. Let's straighten out the back. And then exhale, fold it forward one more time. Keeping that nice flat back, nice soft shoulders, letting those hands release wherever they release. So we come into a seated forward fold here. Just a gentle hip opener. Couple more rounds of breath. And as the body opens and invites you to go deeper, of course, you can walk those hands forward a little bit more and a little bit more. One more full round of breath here. On that next inhale, walk those hands back up towards the body. Coming to sit up nice and tall. We'll come into a twist. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, soft twist over to one side. Bring the hand to the opposite knee. The other hand comes behind the body like a kickstand. On our inhale, we sit up tall. We stack the spine. Exhale, take a soft twist over. Now again, you can be sitting on a blanket here if that's a little easier for you on those hips. Focusing that twist to start at the belly button as we make our way up, twisting the chest, maybe the neck, maybe even the gaze behind that shoulder. One more full breath here. Beautiful. Inhaling. Exhale, let's release back to center. Other side. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, release the hand to the opposite knee. The other hand comes behind the body. Inhale, nice tall spine. Exhale, twist from the belly button, twist from the chest. And then maybe into the neck, maybe even into the eyes as we gaze over the shoulder. You can use the hand on the knee as leverage to press yourself a little bit more deeply into the stretch. Couple more breaths here. Shoulders are soft, face is relaxed. Beautiful. One more big inhale. Exhale. Let's release. Come all the way back to center. Perfect. From here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, if you're not already there. And you have a couple of options. You can bring those heels tight into the body for full bound angle or butterfly, or you can take those heels a little further away from the body if that's a bit more forgiving, coming into our diamond pose. So wherever you choose to be, we'll rock side to side until we can sit evenly on those sit bones. And then start to stack those vertebrae, lifting the heart, soften those shoulders, inhaling. Exhale, we fold with that flat back one more time. This is a nice hip opener as well as an inner groin stretch. So focusing the mind on those areas. And with every exhale, I just like to think about those areas opening, creating more space. A few more breaths here. Beautiful. One more full round of breath. All right, on that next inhale, come on up with that flat back. Exhaling, bring those hands to the outside of those knees. Gather the knees towards one another as we walk our feet to hips width apart. We'll bring the hands behind the body. We'll softly lean back. We're just going to windshield wiper those knees up from side to side. Releasing those hip joints. Beautiful. Make your way back up to sit, and we'll extend both legs straight out in front of us. Now, this is an especially nice pose to have a folded blanket underneath the bottom. Elevating those hips can help us get into those hamstrings a little bit more than we normally would. So come to sit up tall here, and we're going to bring our feet to hips width apart, and we're going to flex those ankles, fully flex the ankles. And I'll turn here. So stack the vertebra, start to press the backs of the thighs down. On the inhale, we're going to take those arms straight up. And then exhale, we're going to pull the heart forward towards the toes. We're just going to let those hands fall wherever they fall. This is called a forward bend, okay? Not a downward facing bend. So we want to avoid rounding into the spine for at least this first few rounds. It's more of a yin posture, and we're going for an active yang version of our forward fold. So inhale, lift the heart, slide the shoulders down the back, nice flat back, belly pulls in tight as we forward fold, thinking about bringing the belly down onto the tops of the thighs and the heart forward towards the toes. Perfect. Ankles are flexed, backs of the thighs are pulling down. And again, as the body starts to open, maybe we find a little bit more room to walk those hands forward. If you have a strap or a towel, it's great to bring that around the feet and hold on so we get a little bit more lift in our fold without sacrificing the spine and rounding into it just to get that little extra space here. Much more effective to keep that back flat and press those legs down. Beautiful. 2 more rounds of breath. Gorgeous. On that inhale, find a half rise, look forward. Exhale, release, come all the way up. And we're going to make our way all the way down onto the back. Make your way comfortably onto your back. We're going to gather those knees in towards the chest. And give them a nice big squeeze. Beautiful. Give yourself a hug here. If it feels good, you can maybe rock side to side. And then we're going to release that low back a little bit more. We're going to start to circle those knees. And as we circle those knees, notice all the points of contact that the low back is making with the earth. Now, as we change the circle and go the other direction, we find that we can actually target certain areas of that low back that might be a little extra tender or tight or stiff and give ourselves a nice low back self massage. So just a couple more breaths here. Just rocking and rolling, massaging that low back. Beautiful. Start to rock your way now onto the center of the spine. Give yourself another hug. One more breath here in our knee to chest pose. Perfect. Go ahead, release those arms out to the sides, coming into a T shape here. Palms can be facing up. This helps to roll the shoulders down, give us a little bit more space. We'll take an inhale here and then exhale, twisting over to one side, releasing those knees down, taking your time. And if you find the knees don't quite meet the ground or the knees don't touch, you can place a block in between those knees or underneath those knees. Beautiful. Softening into the twist here. Relaxing the shoulders down. Couple more breaths. With every exhale, feel yourself soften into the twist a little bit more. Gorgeous. On that inhale, use the strength of the belly. Bring those knees up to center and exhale. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Very nice. Make our way into the other side. Resetting those feet, resetting those hips if we need to, so that we're even and center. Arms come out to the sides in our T shape. Take a long, smooth inhale. And exhale. Begin to twist your way over to one side. We're melting those shoulders down, finding a comfortable twist here, and maybe taking the gaze the opposite direction of the knees if that feels okay on the neck. Otherwise, your gaze can be just neutral up to the ceiling. A few more breaths here. One more breath, fully softened, melted into the twist. Beautiful. On that inhale, bring those knees back up to center. Exhale, give yourself a nice big squeeze. One more breath here. A long, even breath, and a slightly longer exhale, helping to relax that nervous system. Go ahead, release the soles of the feet down onto the earth. From here, we're going to walk those feet a little bit wider to the edges of the mat, and then drop those knees in towards one another. Perfect. Bring those arms down alongside the body as we come to a gentle relaxation here. Feel the low back melt down towards the earth. Having the knees bent helps release the low back. Sometimes laying flat on the floor can be a little bit harsh on the low back, so this is a nice solution for that. Beautiful. Bringing our attention to the base of the feet, we'll start to relax the toes, the feet, and the ankles, relaxing the shins, calves, and knees, relaxing the hips, thighs, pelvis, and buttocks. Relax the belly, low back, and middle back. The chest, shoulders, and upper back. Relaxing the arms, hands, fingers, and thumbs. Relaxing the neck and the throat, the jaw, and the tongue. Relax the forehead, eyebrows, and the eyes. Relax the scalp and the brain. Relax all of the internal organs and the lungs. Releasing the breath. Releasing the mind. Giving yourself permission to rest completely for a few moments in this final resting pose. If you find the mind wanders, simply focus it back on the sound of your breath. Sinking even more deeply into a state of relaxation. Now you can continue to remain here for as long as you need to. Or whenever you're ready, bring small movements to the body, fingers, toes, wrists and ankles. Finding a long stretch as you inhale those arms up and overhead. And then softly turning over onto one side. Coming into a comfortable resting pose. Using just the strength of your arms, softly press yourself up to a nice comfortable seat. Sitting up tall, allowing those hands to rest comfortably on the knees. You can bring those palms facing down for grounding or facing up for receiving. Let's take one more breath together here. Smooth inhale. Full and complete exhale. Sealing the palms together in front of the heart, the thumb gently resting on the breastbone, sealing in that circle of energy. Noticing the peace in the body. And knowing that you can bring this sense of peace and calm at any time. It's always available to you. Namaste.